G'day Dark Realmers, it's horror author and illustrator Michael J. Elliott here with you again today. And today we're going to be looking at an indie horror anthology, number 1 and number 2. Hey, if this is your first trip to the diaries, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you want to keep up with the best reviews from horror books and movies, some creepypasta and trivia, then hit the subscribe button and you'll always be on top. Okay, Dark Realmers, well, All Hallows Eve has become a bit of a fan favourite, and we're going to be looking at it right now. Yeah. Okay, Dark Realmers. Well, All Hallows Eve 1 starts off in very familiar territory. You have a young girl who's babysitting a brother and sister on Halloween, and the young boy opens his candy bag and there's a VHS tape in there, and someone must have slipped that in, and of course the babysitter becomes worried. Now, what's nice about this, in a nice way, is that this babysitter is a lot more responsible than we see a lot of the portrayals in movies. You know, she's not like on the phone to her boyfriend like, oh my god, and I said to him and she said, oh my god, and eating and all that sort of thing. She takes her job very seriously. And of course the kids are very curious about this VHS tape, and she says, no, we don't know what's on it. It could be porn, it could be anything. And the kids are, whoa, cool. Okay, so what she decides to do is she watch a little bit of it, and if it seems okay, that they can watch the rest of the movie. If not, she's going to confiscate it and give it to the parents. Very responsible. And that's how we get our introduction to the stories. Okay, now the main character or overriding story in All Hallows Eve 1 is a clown, and even before this clown does anything, he is like totally creepy. The makeup is just frightening, and there are stories where he's chasing his victims and so forth. And because he's got this constant grin on his face, it's just chilling. Well, I won't tell you the details of the story, but most of them revolve around this clown. And the VHS tape is actually, well, without any spoilers, it becomes a character, okay? And you can understand this tape going from person to person. That's all I'll say, okay? Well, that's what makes this movie quite creepy. Okay, there are a lot of flaws in it. Some of the stories are subpar, not so much acting wise, maybe writing wise, okay? But it obviously struck a nerve with fans, or should I say probably struck a chord with fans, because then we got All Hallows Eve 2, which is very much the same premise, except that there's a killer out there who wears a pumpkin mask, very appropriate. And in this sequel, a young girl's at home, and she goes to the front door and notices there's a tape there. Someone has left a tape there, and she thinks it may be one of her friends just dropping off movie. Now, I know what you're thinking, Dark Realmers. You're thinking, it's 2017. Why would anyone, you know, still use tapes? Okay, well, the writers and director very cleverly says in this, when she's talking on her phone to her girlfriend, yeah, of course I've got a video recorder. Yeah, because it's much better. I mean, everything on Blu-ray looks fake, so it's a nice little touch there, okay? So once again, we get a range of stories, okay? Some better than others, and in this one they give you more of a variety of stories. In the first one, it very much revolved around this anonymous clown, but in this one we very much get a different range of stories, and the pumpkin mask killer isn't so much the central character. Now, as I said, these are indie films, and I always try and support indie films. Now, I quite enjoyed these movies, Dark Realmers, okay? The flaws you can overlook, okay? Because you can see what the filmmakers are trying to do. They're trying to give you a scare, maybe a little bit of tongue-in-cheek there along the way, but in the whole, they've done a quite a good job, okay? Now, you can find these on DVD, both of them. And you can also find them on streaming services. I actually caught these up on Netflix, so check those out for yourselves, Dark Realmers. I know we're getting closer to the festive season, but hey, why not? You know, indulge in, you know, just one extra go for Halloween, okay? All right, Dark Realmers. Well, that's it for my review of All Hallows Eve 1 and 2. I hope you've enjoyed the review. If you've seen the movies yourself, let me know in the comments. And what did you think of that clown? Did you think they did a really good job making this clown creepy? Because I think, I'm not afraid of clowns, but this one, very well done. Okay, Dark Realmers, well, that's it from me for this time. I'll be back again soon with another movie review for you, and coming up we've got our Christmas guide to horror movies, okay? I'll tell you a bit more about that later, okay? So until I see you next time, Dark Realmers, if you're going to watch old videotapes, make sure you stay in the light, okay? Bye for now.